Oh, I'm
Hello,
back.
everybody.
I'm back from sunny France. Did I say sunny? I mean pitch black France. Yeah.
Well, that's the same as here, isn't it?
Yeah. Funny enough, they're quite similar actually
Are they
over there.
really? Yeah. I suppose that's quite weird.
Yeah, I know there's
How
a
many
lot of.
how many times did you go to France?
Tonight I went, or this morning I went twice. I only
Oh, was
did
that it?
2 round trips. Usually it'd be 3, but because it's like a night service, it was only 2. So yeah,
Ah, so
yes.
so for people who don't know, um,
We drove trains.
he drives a train,
We drove train. Well, it's a very specific train.
a very
Yeah.
specific train. Well, it would work on normal tracks, wouldn't it? Where the
Uh,
carriages probably wouldn't fit
yeah,
through tunnels.
yeah. It is the same gauge. Yeah, for like it could go mainline, but then obviously you've got obviously it's electric. So as soon as the catenary disappears above your head, then you stop. So
You've got that all the way around there, haven't you? Like up to London.
um, once it goes out of the concession, then it goes on to that like the third rail, like the electrified third rail. So
Yeah,
you don't get the catenary above your head that does it, because obviously we work off of pantographs. So all of the electricity is fed through the pantograph into the loco. Whereas
yeah.
when you come off of a concession, obviously you go onto like the main line, and that's where you get like the third uh, the third bit of like track that's electrified.
But is it not overhead? It's overhead lines on the bit that the Eurostar goes down, isn't it?
Uh, is it all the way?
I
Tell me,
thought it was.
I've been on it once. I've been on Eurostar once, but I must admit I wasn't exactly poking my head out of the window to see where it. I know they obviously they have to operate pans for theirs to get into the concessions, go through the tunnel, but I'm not sure they have it completely, because even if it is electrified above with the catenary here, I'm not sure it is on mainline in France. Once you get over to their side, I don't think it's completely there.
Yeah. I thought TGVs were. You'd have to
See,
try it one day. You just have to ring ahead and say, "Can you just switch them points to us? I just want to go and have a look."
excuse me, could you just press the button and let me drive? Thank you.
I quite fancy going to London tonight.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you won't believe the amount of people like on the tourist trains that are like, oh, this is going to Lille, isn't it? And you're like, I'm sorry to say, madam, no, it's not.
You bought the wrong ticket.
You've got the wrong train entirely. Yeah.
Oh God.
Double them. And then obviously the disappointed people that don't see any fish or sharks or anything when they're in the tunnel.
Well, they think it's going to be an aquarium.
Yeah, honestly. They literally are looking out the windows, so happy that they're on their first trip through the sea, and then it's just black and that's it. So yeah,
Yeah, I thought there's a model of the tunnel in the terminal at.
Oh, what the one with the little model like cars and stuff going on the top?
A couple of glass diagrams.
Brilliant.
On one of them, there's a picture of the tunnel and the seabed, and then there's this like pipeline or something on top of the seabed surface, goes like this.
Yeah.
And some kid's looking at it, his mum goes, "Yeah, see, that's the tunnel." I was like,
Oops.
I was like, I almost want to correct her in front of her own kid. And you don't. That's not. That's like a pipe. It's like probably electric cables or something like that. It's not. The train's under the ground.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of obviously misconceptions about it and about what happens in the tunnel. Like Ian saying how steep are the climbs on the channel. Obviously, it's all when they constructed the tunnel. They've gone with like the sort of the least resistance, as it were. So they've gone like on the chalk line and followed it along and tried not to go against it too much. But it means the incline coming from France to the UK is massively steep. Like it's pretty bad, to be honest. And if
you're coming out from the centre of the channel, sort of thing, you have to climb back up to the UK.
Yeah, like midpoint, obviously, the middle isn't too bad, but once you get see, they split it into 3 parts for each tunnel. You've got a north and a south tunnel. The north goes to France, and the south tunnel comes back to Blighty. And then within the tunnel, you've got 3 different intervals, and the first 2, 1 and 2, they're on the UK side, and then you've got basically the crossover part. So that allows for the tunnel to have maintenance, or if something happens to the train inside the tunnel, then they can divert trains around it and sort of continue the service, albeit a little bit disrupted, but at least you can keep it going. So you have one on the UK side, and then you have one on the French side. And obviously in the middle interval, 3 and 4, you've got midpoint, which is obviously it's roughly, it's not like scientifically the actual middle, near enough.
You haven't measured it?
I think they have, and I think it's like, well, yeah, they obviously have measured it.
You should be able to tape measure and like extend it all the way to 5 meters or whatever, and mark it with a pen.
Yeah,
next 5 meters.
I mean, when you say that, going in the tunnel is quite an experience. Actually, just walking around in it.
I bet it is. That'd be fascinating.
And it's obviously eerie, but it's really cool as well. Sort of thinking you are that far under that body of water, like it's a bizarre thing.
Distance away, I'd be so dead. like it wouldn't. It would just be so quick. It'd just be like,
gone, pop, and that's that. Yeah.
You mentioned the crossover. That's a rare treat when you get to go over that, isn't it? Especially when they put the lights on and stuff.
Yeah, well, you get the crossovers usually when, as I say, either there's an issue or if it's like maintenance, and they usually do maintenance over the weekend. So they'll close one tunnel. Like tonight, they just closed interval 2, so that's like the UK side, the North Tunnel, the first bit. So when you're departing from the UK, you go on the other side, the south side. Follow it along, and then you get to the UK crossover, and then you whiz over. And it might seem, well, you're literally just crossing from one track to another, but when you don't usually do that, it's actually quite weird and quite, it is, like you say, a bit of a treat, to be honest. You're forward to it. And the same goes for they have a term which is entourage, which basically goes in reverse. So sometimes the maintenance for the tracks means that rather than you do the figure of 8, which is what the whole track is, basically it's just one big figure of 8, instead you go from platform directly to the platform. You miss out the figure of 8 part, which means you go backwards, like you literally going the wrong way towards the tunnel. And that's like the best bit, because like you're seeing stuff you don't usually see, and you've actually, you're like, oh, my little bit of freedom here. It's really odd that you're not constrained by the usual thing anymore. You're sort of doing.
So what, you're at the back of the train.
You've got 2 ends. Obviously, they've both got locos, and then you just go in the other loco to pull basically, rather than, to push it, rather than to not push it. What am I talking about? You're pulling it from the other end, basically. So rather than you just do the normal thing, so from the platform go directly into the tunnel that way, you will sort of go backwards on yourself into the tunnel and then pop the other way, which confuses the hell out of a lot of people, obviously, because they wonder, like if you want to play a joke, you'll say, "Oh no, we're going back to Paris now," and things like that, you know, or no, this is a London service, because you literally go in the wrong way out of
People
UK.
start panicking, beeping their horns.
Start, yeah, they're sort of going for the emergency doors and things like that. Yeah, but
if anyone's got like a question they want to ask Steve about the tunnel.
Sorry, I'm not keeping up with the chat on this one.
Yeah, I just thought. Yeah, so Ian said, how steep are the climbs? You said like this climb coming from sort of, I don't know, like midway point or whatever, up to England was really steep. So when does that become a problem? Like when the train's fully loaded, does it struggle?
Yeah, the tourist trains aren't too bad. They don't tend to get as heavy as the HGV trains. We have like a weight system. You can actually see what the weight is on the train itself, what it's pulling,
Wow.
and you can have anything up to like 4,000 tons. So
whoa, 4,000.
4,000. So you're trying to haul 4,000 tons up that. All right, the locos they're like
They're powerful.
They're 7 megawatt trains, so they're beefy enough. They do the job, but you know they're not like spring chickens anymore. So trying to get up sometimes slippy. And here's another thing. Like it does leak in the tunnel.
Seawater or
well, yeah. It leaked. It's allowed to do it. Basically, it's they've made it in such a way that leaks are acceptable in certain areas at certain times. I know it's an odd concept, but what's weird is when you're going through the tunnel at whatever speed, 140k, and you have to use your windscreen wiper inside because you've just got a big dollop of seawater come down on you.
Oh, no.
Okay, like the first time that happens, it freaks you out. You're like, this shouldn't be happening. This is
bad.
I should be reporting this somewhere. Where's the emergency? This is wrong, but it is actually quite, a normal thing, basically. But it's it's difficult getting out of from France to the UK, as I say, because of the gradient. But otherwise, it's very much like a bit of a roller coaster. The way it actually dips up and down, up and down, up and down, and then obviously you get to the midpoint, and then it just starts doing the same thing back up again. Right. It's just a bit gentler going to France rather than.
Why is that? Is that the seabed, or are they just a bit smoother at digging it, or what?
It's literally geography. There's nothing other than that. It's not based on the French not liking us and making it difficult to get back. It's just how it is on the seabed, basically. It's a weird old thing.
Someone says, who pays the electric bill?
Well,
that's going to be some bill, isn't it?
Well, you think each train uses 25,000 watts. Like that's the power that goes through into it. Obviously, it's then diverted into various states for various different things. But and there's a lot of trains in service at any given time, and it's not even just us. It's Eurostar, it's freight, just freight services.
Like normal freight trains go through as well, don't they?
Yeah, they do their stuff as well. We have a lot of people that go through the course to become a train driver with us, and then after a few years they then get poached, or they go over to different freight services as well, because obviously they need them for the experience. Although there's a lot of outside work that they need to do, there's a lot of obviously through the tunnel experience that they need as well, because there's so many different rules and regulations regarding going in and out of the tunnel, obviously, that you've got to be really clued up with it. You can't.
Are you only allowed to take electric? Like, can you take diesels too?
No, we have diesels. They're basically the works trains. So obviously, when you need stuff, because obviously if you're doing works in the tunnel, you can't always have the power on. So you've got to have a way of getting in and out of it, and diesel is the dirty diesel is the way forward.
That's the way forward.
Yes.
I always find it fascinating when I go on the thing, you know. I don't know why.
Isn't it just a strange concept, really? I mean,
yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And how that happens, and then all of a sudden, this tunnel's created, and you literally just sit in a train for 34 minutes, and then voila, you're on the tougher side in Cockles.
Yeah, it's crazy, really. It's some feat of engineering.
Oh, big time. Well, Ian's saying his electricity fed in from both sides, and that's the whole point of the setup. I think a long time ago, it was done as a complete circuit, but obviously the failure rate, if something goes wrong, everything goes down, and that's that. So the built-in safety with it is that you have a circuit on either side. So the UK side and the French side, that's one complete unit, one complete circuit, and that gets up to the tunnel entrance. And then you've got the intervals. So you've got the UK and the French side going up to the crossovers. That's another complete unit on its own. And then obviously you've got the middle bit, which is its own bit. So the safeguard there is at any point, if anything happens or goes down, you've still got everywhere else technically that you can get around it. Or, it's only when something pretty bad happens, like on a terminal, that's going to knock out a lot of trains, obviously, if they're on the platforms or if they're just heading out. But if something happens in the actual tunnel, then you should be all right. You should be able to get around it, basically. And that's a lot of what it is. It's based on just trying to make the service run even when something happens.
Well, as soon as it stops, it's costing you a lot of money, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. And when it does happen, it's horrible. Not because it's a dreadful place to be. You're literally just sat in a tunnel, and you're safe as houses. That's the thing. That's the irony with it. It's like there's now going to go wrong because there's so many safety systems. There's the fact that you've got a service tunnel that has been built right through, smack through the middle. So at any point you can get out, and within 370 odd meters, there is a cross passage door that you can go through, and you are safely in an environment that's away from the trains, if whatever the problem might be. It's just remarkable what they did and how they've done it. And when you stand where the cross passage doors are, so these ginormous metal doors that have to sort of pull back to reveal the way to cross over onto the other side. It's a staggering feat of engineering. This is all under.
So those crossover points actually.
They're not open all the time. They have to. You've got to remember that the tunnels have to be sealed off, so they have to be their own.
Oh, what for, like fire?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the whole. That's the whole thing. It's got to be completely sealed off. For whatever kind of emergency might happen. But obviously, on those occasions that you want to cross over because it's works or an incident or something like that, then these ginormous shutters. Like it's like watching a sci-fi movie. It's really
so there's service tunnels in the middle.
Yeah, and then
so
when you get to a crossover, it will bend out the way. So it's been built in a way that it will run in between the tunnels until it gets to a point where obviously the tunnels are going to meet, and then it will get out of the way. So it will go to a slightly different way. Go above, so you've got to over it. But it's been built in. They're clever people. They fall.
Yeah. No, I was just thinking, like, I think, like, does it go through the service tunnels? Does that open up and like there's crossover tracks and stuff? It's
crazy, wouldn't it?
Someone has asked. A guy called Danny has asked, morning, how many people hit the bollard when coming onto the train?
Ooh.
So that would be a dig at me.
I mean, you're not the only one. You're not.
I wouldn't have thought so.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. I posted on Twitter ages ago. That we usually have a smoke simulator training day, and it's the greatest day of the year for me at work because within the smoke simulator they've got a mock-up of a tourist wagon. Have you not seen this when I've posted it?
Yeah, you told me about it before, and I saw the picture on.
It's got the cars. It's got a Renault 21, a Mini, like an original Mini, a Nissan Sunny, bizarrely, and a 405 Peugeot. And it's just
they're basically like when it was built in the early 90s.
It's
they
just
took normal cars and put them in.
They just dumped these old, what were just like worthless cars then, and they're just tantalisingly sitting there, crying at me whenever I go in. Please rescue me.
405's going, buy me, Steve.
Yeah, and
I was car of the year. I wasn't, but
well, yeah, it's one of them. Yeah, the 405.
Is that a car of the year?
Come on.
I didn't know. I didn't think it was. I didn't realise it was.
88.
Well, there you go. So you need that.
See, I have to have it.
You go to the bosses and you're like, I need that for my collection.
My weird fetish means that I need to get that car out.
I'll replace it. I'll put something else. I've got an XM outside.
Whoa, steady on.
No, think about it. The XM goes in there. It's preserved.
It's preserved. It's entombed. Yeah.
It's entombed. It won't deteriorate anymore.
Well, see, that's the problem. You see, they are entombed. Getting them out, I'm not sure how it's going to happen, to be honest, because they are stuck in a warehouse. So it's not even as if it's just like the building is the simulator. It's a simulator inside a building. So you sort of, I don't think it's coming out anytime soon, to be honest.
Not coming out in one piece.
Yeah, I may have to go in there and sort of, remove bumpers and stuff every now and again.
Can I ask you where you're going with that? Nowhere? Walking out with a bumper and two headlights.
Definitely not a bonnet for a Peugeot 405. No. Yeah.
I didn't realise the 405 was car of the year.
It certainly was. It took everyone's breath away. Too early. So sorry.
Yeah, oh man, yeah, it is.
Look, what time did you get up in the morning yesterday?
I woke up at 7:30.
Right.
Well, probably to doze, but I didn't get back off.
I have actually been awake the same amount of time as you.
All right. Where's your charity drive?
Taking all those lovely people to France and back.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, yeah, you've taken my thunder out a little bit there.
I didn't mean to. Oh no, actually, I had a nap. Don't worry, it's fine. Yeah.
It's too late. I feel, but is Katie still going? Because Katie was on. She's been on ages.
She was running on fumes. I know
that. She was hanging on for you.
I know, bless her. She did me too.
She wanted to hear about car of the year, and you started talking about the Channel Tunnel. She's gone.
She's like, "What? Where's the cars?"
Well, I suppose you should talk about cars, really, because that's what people hear.
I know. Sorry, it's
No, I wanted the Channel Tunnel. I'm fascinated by that.
Well, it's just one of those. I think we kind of forget. Oh, look, she's there. Hi, Katie. Well done.
She's misfiring.
Well done.
Your light's on.
Don't worry, you can go. It's fine. We'll allow you now. It's no.
Now she's gone. You'll talk about cars.
Yeah, I just think it's one of those things. It's on my doorstep, obviously, because I live this way. But it's such an incredible feat of engineering. It might not be a car related thing, but it's just incredible. And obviously,
we all drive our cars onto it if we use it, don't we? So
it allows us to get over there, in whatever the cars are. I mean, it's great seeing Le Mans Day or Le Mans Classics and things like that, because obviously pretty much everyone is using it to get over there. So it's just an orgy of ridiculously expensive or rare classics, or it's just awesome seeing them like pile off the tourist train and buzz up the ramp off to wherever they're going. It's like it's great seeing stuff like that, and a weird and wonderful. But yeah, it's just one of those. It's a bit of a privilege, I suppose, being able to do it.
A lot of people's lives in your hands.
Oh, I'm so sorry. What a terrible thought, eh? Somebody drove such a shonky old Citroen. Yeah. Yeah.
She's interested in the channel. She finds it interesting.
Have you been on it, Katie? Have you used it? It'd be interesting to know. Like, it'd be interesting to know actually anyone who's like watching at the moment. Have you actually used like the tunnel, or do you not trust it, or like do you only like the boat, or have you never done either of them?
Yeah, you tend to find people that they don't use the tunnel because it's got quite expensive, hasn't it? Like it's not close to the boat anymore. It's almost like twice the price now.
But they've really gone for the jugular of the boats. They are absolutely demolishing the prices just to try and
the tunnel. Everyone's like, "Oh, man, you're killing us here,"
Yeah.
But and then a lot of people think they like to go on the boats because they like the whole adventure of getting off and walking around on the boat. Whereas for me, I'm just like, I don't want to do that. I just want to get there. I just want to like get in the front and keep going. Yeah.
This is not my holiday. Being there is my holiday.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, this is a ferry. I'm not fussed. And some people like the tunnel, and I do. I prefer going on it.
Yeah, well, this is it. It's horses for courses at the end of the day. It's just, I think it's one of those. It's definitely one of those things I think you need to experience once. Purely, and I'm not just saying that as somebody who works there. It's like it is genuinely quite a cool experience going on there.
I love it.
Being sort of mainland France so quickly. Yeah, it's a weird thing, weird experience, but it's good.
I think when we were on the train last time on the way out to France, they've got those doors that come down in between the carriages. The two sides come down.
Yeah.
And then the shutters come down.
Yeah.
And on the one behind us, I hadn't realised that one of them hadn't come down.
And you're still alive?
Yeah, so like one side, like the carriage behind us, the doors went and the shutter came down, and they're like, where's ours?
Well, they thought you was, they went, you know what? He looks double.
We'll just die then, it's fine.
He'll be fine. Fine. He's double R. He's all right. Don't worry.
And I couldn't open the door either. The toilet was in the other one, and we were like,
I know toilets can be a little bit of an issue every now and again.
A little. They're horrendous.
But
it's like the worst part of it is the toilets. Like you always go in the terminal first.
Yeah, I mean, you learn. There are certain aspects of train travel that you learn very quickly, and one of them is don't leave toilet into the train. Do it wherever, but don't do it there. Basically, just in case. Yeah,
and even if it is open, it's not somewhere you want to be.
No, not really. I mean, the thing is, like with those shutter doors, the safety systems involved on the tourist trains like are crazy. The amount of like sensors and everything else that have to be checked, because I don't just drive the trains. I have to chef them as well. So I know I'm a chef de train. So I literally cook the train. No, I'm the train captain. You have to be a train captain as well. So as well as being a train driver, it's white. It's about that high.
You're driving the train wearing that.
It's got a rat pulling my hair around, making me get up. It's you literally so there are two roles. You go out as pairs. So and obviously on a tourist train you have like a crew of 6 as well. So you have someone parking up and tending to people as they're in there. So Yeah, you have to be a train captain, which means that you're monitoring everything when it's loading. You're, you know, if there is like fire breaks out, or if someone's doing something they shouldn't be, like changing a tire midway through the tunnel, or
Who does that?
oh, we've seen you know, you end up seeing everything. You see all sorts of crazy people doing crazy things with the cars.
Imagine a little scissor jack.
Yeah, yeah. And obviously you politely tell them.
Train pulls away and it's
Well, this is the problem, you see. They don't really think about stuff like that. But yeah, so it's full of safety systems, and you've got to monitor everything, and you've got to know the appropriate response to, you know, if a certain warning light comes on or things like that, you've got to respond, and you've got to get your crew to go to whatever wagon or check something, or, you know, if there's been a fuel spill, they've got to get the mats out and all that sort of stuff to soak in. Or there's plenty of things, and obviously if there is a fire or something going off, you've got a triple F, you've got halon, which, you know, all these like different devices to smother the flames and everything else, and you've got to have crew evacuating wagons to make sure that they're safe, you know, people in there. So there's so many different bits and bobs that you obviously you won't see, and you don't want to see that, because you are just happily going on your holiday.
Yeah,
but
you see them, something's gone wrong.
something has obviously gone wrong. But yeah, so it's like a double role basically. You got to do both. But it's all good fun, and I don't get
Quick
bored.
oil change under the tunnel.
Yeah, people have tried. How long is Adrian?
Is it a kilometre?
It's 800 and something meters long, I think. I can't remember exactly. Sorry, it's like 850 or something like that. I think someone asked me this ages ago, and I remember looking. I think I looked up how big a blue whale was, and I said it was something like 5.5 blue whales. I don't know why. I was feeling a bit silly at the time, but yeah, it's something like that. It's 5.5 blue whales. If that
How big is this whale?
I don't know. I can't. It was definitely something like a blue whale that I've measured it against. Don't ask. I was having
How many skyscrapers? How many London? What was it? How many Eiffel Towers long?
Yeah,
That is the size of 36 football pitches.
Yes. So it's about 800 and something or other. Yeah.
So it's quite long.
It is. It is quite a lot.
When you get on them, when you're loading up, and you're on your little bridge, and you look on the ramp driving down to it, and you look at up in the distance, and you can see another ramp. That one's normally halfway. Isn't it? There's 3 ramps. It's not 2.
Oh,
so you think, oh, that's the other end of the train. No, that's halfway down.
Yeah, there's 3 overbridges, or 4 actually, because you've got a down and an up in the middle. But yeah, you've got an end, a middle, and the other end. I mean, if you once you've offloaded the single, have you ever been on the single deck, not the double deck one?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we got diverted on one once, just because I think they were trying to. It was late. It was quiet. And I think they were just spreading the train out.
Yeah. Well, it's quite a crazy experience when you cleared everything off and everything's still open. You just look down and it's obviously all fully lit. You just think, oh my, that is absolutely massive. It's like, and I'm hauling that. It's weird. It's just it's an odd experience. It really is. It's weird to think what you've got
All
behind.
those people's lives in your hand.
And I look after it like a
You better hope I'm not having a bad day, everybody.
Yeah. It's all right.
Oh, Carly's back.
Oh, Carly, good morning.
Katie's still going.
I can't believe it, honestly.
I imagine she's going to crash in a minute.
Constitution of an ox.
The other thing we were going to talk about is you suggested talking about special editions cars.
Well, yeah, I mean, I love a I'll have a car of the year, but I'm sure we've been there and done that. But yeah, I just think, aren't they? There's some real oddbods out there. There's some real crazy ones. But I was looking up. No, well, yeah, I mean, yes, there are some mentalists, but there's also some crazy special editions. But when I was looking up stuff, I don't know, the last time you did this, the stream last year.
Oh, right. I thought you were going to say last time I looked up special editions, and I was like,
nope.
Right.
Last time we spoke, we touched on special editions, and we were talking about just how many there were for certain cars. And I think at the time I said like, oh, Peugeot 205s are 100% like they've got the most special editions. And I think you said at the time, no, you thought it might have been either like Saxo or an AX that had the most.
AX was a suggestion.
I
Yeah.
think the AX then. Well, I looked up. Not, I mean,
of course you did. You had to find out, didn't you?
I can't help it. I'm a bit obsessive with things like that. I mean, there's so many. I didn't realise just how many. I mean, I can't remember them all, so I have to sort of look up some of them. I mean, the list is ridiculous. I haven't heard of half these, and obviously some of them aren't UK based.
There's 205s or AXs.
This is AXs. How many AX special editions can you think of off the top of your head, and to the chat as well? Anyone else? Can you think? How many can you think? And we'll try and tick off as many as we can.
You've got the Dimension, the Elation,
Yep.
Flash, the Jive, the Echo, the
You're going for it. This is good news. This is
Debut,
Forte. We've got there. Yeah.
Forte. Well, what's that special?
Free. Look at that one from Retro Mats. Free. That's a great one. Blimey.
Trio, yeah.
Trio,
Free.
5. Oh, come on, Katie. You can't be that tired. Name one. Just think of any word.
Yeah, there's probably one out there.
And I bet you it will probably be on there.
Memphis was quite a good spec, actually.
Chicago,
that was a posh one. Yeah, Salsa, he's got some good ones there. Chicago, Salsa, Tonic, Memphis. Trying to think. Furio, not in the. We didn't get him in the UK, but yeah, there was Furio.
Could be. I'm just trying to have a look down the list now, actually, whether that's on there or not. Because that was a Saxo thing, wasn't it?
ZX as well.
ZX.
Oh, the ZX Furio.
Yeah. Actually, what?
AX first.
A first.
I've not heard of the first. Again, that could be trying to think.
Cars for me stopped at 1980-ish. Excellent.
No, Katie, the GT does not count.
Does the GT? Yeah. You know what? She's so tired. I'm gonna give you that one. Special Gryffindor points for Katie there.
You can't give her the GT. That's not a special edition.
Whatever I want. It's special.
The GT, the Sportif.
Yes, the Sportif.
Yes.
Did you say Sportif or Sport?
Sportif.
Sportif.
There is a Sport as well. Sportif and the Sport are different.
Because there was Sport.
There was a Sport, but is that a special edition? I think that was just like a version.
Look, it's saying special edition. Are you going to row with the tablet because it's telling me? Oh, does anyone actually said Saxo?
What, AX Saxo?
Yeah, Saxo was a special edition.
Oh man, I'm too tired to compute that. That's
just broken rich.
What?
Get your brain around that one.
And then there was a special edition ZX called Zara.
Oh yeah.
There's not. I don't know. I was making it up. There might not be.
I bet there is. Volcano. What a great. I mean, I wish that'd be great. Let's see if it's on there.
You might mean volcane.
Oh, volcane. Yeah. Well, that what was
that? There was a volcane. They might have called the Forte the volcane somewhere.
I mean, just on the list here, Prestige, Teen Spot, Felix, Fayeur, OK.
Yeah, yeah.
Harmony, said in a French accent, which I'm not going to do now. Does anyone say Chic? Chic. 10 FM. I mean, that's like, wow. What's 10 FM?
Some sort of radio station.
10 FM.
So,
what was
Proton Tiara. That's cheating.
Tiara. Yeah, that would definitely be for John. Okay, so if we've done, I mean, that's not bad actually. On Vogue, actually, there's one that's Hit FM. It's a rival station. They thought they'd do a different radio station.
You've got your own AX. Well, we're going to make one as well.
Oh yeah, who said Volcane?
Tuge McFleck said volcano, but I think he means. I think he meant volcano.
And you are right. There was an AX Volcane.
I think they called one of the others in one of the countries. They called like the Forte the volcano or something. You should probably find Forte means poo or something in some language somewhere.
Oh right, okay, yeah, I get you. Was there
a Radio 1 limited edition? I think that was 205.
There was a
205 GTI Radio 1 or something like that.
Yeah,
sure the black one.
I mean, is it definitely an AX? I don't know.
AX, yeah. Something. What nightlife? Is there a nightlife?
Oh, I did see something. There's who said that? Did you just say that? Oh no,
I said night something, and that jogged me. And nightlife.
Yes, nightlife. That's great. What a great one that is.
What a name, nightlife.
I'm just gonna. Here's the keys to your AX nightlife. Can you imagine what the trim would be in it? Would it be like a really trashy nightclub? Do you think?
It would stink of like old fags and spilt booze and disappointment.
I'm sorry, excuse me. These floors seem to be quite sticky. It's like
the radio will only play like crap dance music.
It's just like Wham's greatest hits.
Every button is the same.
It's the same song over and over.
And the interior lights are glitter ball.
Khaki. There's another one.
So, how many special editions does the AX say it had?
Well, according to this, over 30, and it's actually not included a couple on that, but that's not bad going, is it?
But you're going to now tell me that the 205 has more.
You know what? I was actually mildly disappointed with the 205. I thought it was gonna have a great rate. The 106.
Yeah.
Now that's got some, actually.
It depends if you count the rally and stuff like that.
Is this counting the rally? I don't think it is actually. No, because I don't think that was a special edition, was it? The rally.
I wouldn't say so. It was a model in its own right, wasn't it? Yeah. But then that said, the later 106s, the later models, they dropped the trim levels like XL and whatever, and they started calling them like Independence and stuff like that. So Quicksilver, the Inca,
yeah. Oh, Aztec. That was the other one, wasn't it?
Oh, Inca was the 205.
Yeah. Oh, was it? Did they not do it on that as well?
No, they might have done actually.
They might have done.
The Junior.
Junior, yeah.
The graduate.
Yeah.
The Graduate was the basic one. The Roland Garros.
Yeah. I mean, that's quite a rare little beast, isn't it? I saw one for sale not that long ago, and it was quite a few £1,000s.
Oh.
Yeah.
You looked at it and thought, that's not one car of the year. Me, no interest.
Yeah, they should have made. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, let's have a look at 405. No one's going to remember.
Hi, Steve. Would you like to buy this Peugeot 106? It comes with a free date with Kelly Brook, and you're like, I'm a man of principle. It has not one car of the year. I want to fly.
5th in car of the year. So do I really want that? Oh, no, I don't know. I don't worry
Don't
about.
pretend you don't know.
I don't worry about.
You tell me who the judge was that year.
No.
What was the weather like on the day that Car of the Year 1991 was announced?
Well, it must have been glorious because it was the Renault Clio, and it brightens everything.
You sure it wasn't raining because it was the Renault Clio and like they all got wet and started rusting?
No. Look, there's a 405 Husky.
Oh, AX the 106 Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras, yeah. That's a good one. Yes, there was. There was an Aztec and an Inca and an Aztec SI. You're like
sporty Aztec.
Yeah, I don't think it's got sporty. I don't think it's sporty. I think it's just got literally the letters S and I at the end of it, to be honest. Lee Cooper, that's jeans, isn't it?
Oh, no, there was a car that was, there was a special edition of a car that had Lee Cooper on it.
Well, it's definitely there. 1994. That'd be us with it. The UK have got that one.
I don't remember.
You know what? They even did. I forgot about this. They did an Eden Park version. Do you remember the rugby ball headrests?
No.
Do you not remember the third greatest people carrier ever? I know it's a really weird thing to say. But
was it a car of the year?
No, it should have been. Well, like the best one should have been, which was the Lancia Zeta, right? But if you can't have that, then second best is the Fiat Ulysses.
Why is the Lancia better? Is it because it's a Lancia?
Duh. I mean,
it's like, my car is better than your car, but our cars are the same. Does yours have a Lancia badge? No, it does not.
Yes, but does your one have? World Championship Rally heritage? Huh? My one does.
Like it does. Yes, it has a Peugeot 2-litre engine in it. I know.
That's what the grill says. That one says winner. What does your one say?
That's it.
Peugeot. Right, there you go.
Peugeot. Who won it more times?
Who won it the most? So the Peugeot 806 that had a special edition, which was the Eden Park, which is based on the rugby stadium for the Kiwis, I think. Correct me if I'm chat. I can't quite remember. I think it's Kiwis. And the shtick with that was that it had rugby ball shaped headrests, so it had like a stitching and everything. And I remember reading someone worked at a Peugeot dealership back in the day, and they would take them out of the cars and play rugby in the dealership. Like they would chuck
two metal bars sticking out.
2 metal bars. They didn't care. They would just like chuck them about, basically. But you hey, but
A&E trip.
you can get it in a 106 flavour as well. Oh, that's got to be worth it. Surely that's rarer than a Roland Garros. I mean, they're 10 a penny, aren't they? Bit of tennis. That one's got the rugby.
Common. Wimbledon's on all the time.
It's yawn worthy, isn't it? Eh?
Yeah, I'm struggling not to yawn. It's catching up with me now.
I'm so conscious about that, actually. Try not myself to yawn.
Yeah, no, it's when the light comes, it's starting to lighten up. When it gets light again, it will be a bit better.
Are you like Superman? Do you need to be sort of juiced up with the energy from the sun to give you the power? or do you literally need Scroff to come along with like a load of McDonald's breakfasts?
You know, I feel bad because he'll bring. And he bought us 9 donuts last night.
Did he?
Yeah, and he just popped in when who was here? Was it Charlotte?
Hang on, you said not how many's there? 8.
We're late now.
You've had 1.
I've only had 1.
But that's like an energy provider.
I know, and I'm not. I haven't got the appetite. It's weird.
We all just wanted to see the crazy roller coaster that Rich would go through eating all those donuts, the highs and the lows.
Oh, my door is a knocking. He be here.
He'd be here, and he'd be handling the hot goods.
He will. Right. Well, I better go and open that door, mate. Thank you for coming on and talking to us about special editions and trains.
And can I just say, that picture of Sybil Shepherd is marvellous behind you. Right. Well played, mate. Not enough people like that moonlighting era. So, you know, congratulations. It's good to see you representing her.
You actually have a picture of Brad Pitt in the cab.
How dare you? How do you know? It's not Brad Pitt.
Moonlighting era Brad Pitt in the cab of a Eurotunnel train.
It was Bruce Willis, not Brad Pitt.
Did I say Brad Pitt? Man, it's garbage.
Youngsters, I don't know. Anyway, Carly, 6136 we're up to. Fantastic. You have done fantastically so far, Rich, and it's going to get better and better and better. Well played to you, mate. And
nice one.
Anyone watching this, or anyone that's watching this and know someone that might not be watching this and could put some money, you know, towards this fantastic charity, please do. Please do.
Yeah, definitely, man. Oh, Katie has thrown in the towel.
Well,
put her little head down.
You did so good. Well done.
She's been a trooper.
Especially listening to this nonsense. Well done. Well done.
Nice one. Right, I'll go and let the man in. Thank you, mate.
Yeah. Go get your food.
See you later.
Take care, mate. See you soon.
Bye.